Alrighty then. Looks like no one's showing up in the chat, but that's fine. I'm just gonna start the game where I left off last time. Why is this tip, like, way over here? Way further than all the others? What the hell is this? The Infinity series will go on forever. They have no idea. Alright. Well, last time we had a thing where... What happened last time? Satoru had the, like, last transfer happen. And then after that, Uni told Satoru that the next transfer was going to happen on the 17th at 4:48 a.m., which I wrote in the notes. So I need to keep that in mind. Alright, let's continue. What the hell is that? I don't remember this happening in Kokoro's route. No, I specifically remember the last time Kokoro transferred was when Uni was there, telling her, like, no, you were the one who murdered, the Enomoto or whatever. Although they didn't know the name, of course. I definitely would have remembered something like this happening. At least a vague idea. Crap. Where did I... Sorry about that. Goddamn. Yeah, this... Even if, like... This is more than just, like, some kind of struggle between two people. Like, there's no way that there would be such a hole on a TV. Someone was intentionally trying to break the place, I think. Never mind, I guess it was him. And he didn't remember. No, Kokoro didn't. It had to have been Satoru, and he didn't remember. Or perhaps a third person who's somehow controlling his body. Maybe Hattori is dead already? look, who renovated the house like that. Apparently it was Kokoro, but I don't remember doing that when I played as her. Wait, weren't we in bed with Hattori last time when we switched? I don't think so. Oh wait, no, you're talking about that thing with the candy, right? Well, that was like 2 switches ago, so I guess by now that time has passed. The candy accident. That was no accident. Uh, last time we switched. Oh yeah, it was very interesting. I'm quite concerned if someone else was able to enter this room. It shouldn't be possible without a keycard, but if Enomoto walked out of the room and left it open, then anyone could have gone inside. I need to be aware of this as I read through the stuff. It's possible that the real murderer, the one who killed Enomoto, read through this. And in that case, it could have caused them to gain a motivation to kill. As for what that motivation is, I'll only be able to tell if I read this having that in mind. This is what happened. What happened in Kokoro's route. Kokoro was asking me, why are you hanging around Satori? She's supposed to be a murderer. And Yunia was saying, no, she's not. You're the murderer. But that's impossible. I know that Kokoro couldn't have killed anyone, and neither could Satoru in his own body. And yet this is somehow able to happen despite that. True though. Is it possible that Kokoro really is just crazy? I don't know. I feel like there would be more hints towards that happening, right? And besides, how come she never had any violent fits inside of the mountain shelter? I feel like I would be angrier in that situation than I would be in Sepia, personally. Well, that was interesting. Okay, someone else is controlling Satoru's body. It could just be Kokoro going insane, but regardless, it is ultimately just someone beyond Kokoro or Satoru's knowledge controlling the body, regardless of whether it is actually another consciousness or a like a different personality. If either of them actually do have the dissociative identity disorder, doesn't really matter. That would explain how Uni thought Satoru killed Enomoto, even though Kokoro and Satoru would have no memory of it, and the Uni of 2011 would have no reason to lie. Otherwise, I feel like there might be other parts where that could be important, but I can't remember. Plot twist, it's Uni. It's Uni. Oh, that's right. I said there was no reason for Uni to lie, but there is actually one. If he was actually the killer, in that case it would make sense for him to blame it on someone else. Nah, to be honest, I don't think that's the case. There are very few reasons for Uni to lie, considering how trustworthy he's been in the mountain shelter. And if the Uni in the mountain shelter is telling the truth, the Uni in Sophia just like barely survived a traumatic plane crash. Isn't time to be picky? There are a couple of problems with that. First of all is the problem of how that might affect the time-space continuum. If you change something that happens in the past, and like, wouldn't that affect the future? Like, his plan is to save Kokoro, Uni, Yomogi, and Mayuzumi, but by saving Uni, that means he wouldn't be there after the avalanche, and therefore he wouldn't be able to, in his own body, go towards Sophia, and in that case he wouldn't be able to cause this transference phenomenon to happen in the first place, thus preventing us from being able to go back in time and save the four of them in the first place. And regardless of whether that plan actually would work, if like time paradoxes weren't actually a thing in this world, for example, it doesn't actually work, does it? We already saw in Kokoro's timeline, it didn't go exactly the way they expected. Actually, did it? I guess technically in the good ending, they were able to make it inside of the circle, right? And they made it to that beach area at the end. But Uni was there too. That's kind of concerning. There is also something that is kind of tricky with that. If Kokoro and Satoru's consciousness get left behind all the time, that means Kokoro, like all of the characters except Kokoro and Satoru end up swapping between the mountain shelter, or like, I should say the timeline. They end up swapping between 2011 and 2012 each time the transference occurs. However, Satoru always stays in 2012 regardless of which location he's at, and Kokoro always stays at 2011. So how is it possible that she managed to make it to 2012 despite that? That's something I still don't understand. The only way that would be possible is if she went outside of the circle in the mounted shelter, Sophia was teleported in, then she goes inside of that circle and it teleports back. No, even then though. Even then the machine should be programmed to leave her consciousness behind. So that doesn't make any sense, right? Yes, yes. At the end of this, Satoru's gonna be like, so were you gonna say something to me? Or you gonna say like, you ought to do this until the next transference occurs? Oh no, I just wanted to make you think I would, so that you would act the way I wanted. That's the truth. To be honest, nothing in this game makes sense. At least not for me right now. Not right now. Yeah, it makes sense. We've gotten so many answers, but it just leads to more questions, goddamn. Wait, what? I don't know about that. I mean, she'd probably be sent to a prison anyway. After the whole transference phenomenon ends, we can just go back to Sophia. I disagree. I think you should go around, suggest some stuff to people. Maybe figure out a solution that balances out different priorities. Bad ending. 19. So you're telling me Kokoro went on a plane in order to go to the place where this psychotic murderer, Hattori, was held, but she was also on the plane with her. I guess that's technically not true though, right? She was specifically looking for Inabushi. Perhaps those two are different people? Oh, oh no. Is that possible? Unless, okay, I think that's just a different Hattori. What? Oh my god. How does the machine know to separate the consciousness though? That doesn't make sense. But with Kokoro and Satoru, if one of them dies, the other one ends up transferring regardless of whether they're dead. They end up looking onto their dead body. So how come that didn't happen for them? For Inabushi and Satori? Oh, hello, Epic. Was reading Higurashi till now, so I'm a bit late. That's fine. It's fine if you're late, like, at any point, but especially if you were doing something like that, like, there are clear priorities. Don't worry about it. Unable to move a finger? That's what you think, but her finger actually does move. No, no, no. No, no execution. It's fine. It's perfectly okay. She really does. It also doesn't really explain why she's like always quiet whenever Kokoro is there. If Tori ends up switching with Inabushi, and Inabushi was somehow alive, then I guess that would kind of solve the problem of why she's only quiet in front of Kokoro, but that leads to the problem of how the hell would she survive? There were no more ecchi scenes, or ecchi, whatever, so we can forgive you. Yeah, you didn't miss out on much. It's not a big deal. Oof, this is gonna be awkward.
ユニ、おはよう。ほとりと内海さんは
知らない。
知らないって、お前な。
約束した覚えはないよ。
でも、
もうあんな約束なんて向こう。
ユニ。
来ないで。それ以上僕に近づかないで。
If Remember 11 remake happens, they need to make a full-on erogi. It's the only correct choice. Dude, that doesn't even seem unrealistic, to be honest.
なあ、ユニ。
僕だって。だけど、怖くって仕方が。悟る。僕のこと。
もしかして、榎本。
思ってるも何もないよ。この目で。楽しそうに笑いながら。あの男の人を。
楽しそう。
そうだったじゃないか。もう死んでるって分かってたはずなのに。なのに。しつこく。何度も。
Was Inumbushi inside of Satoru's body? Wait, but how is that possible? How can 3 people control one body and not a single one of them notice the discrepancy between the switches? Unless it was possible to notice and I just didn't? But no, I went over that scene pretty carefully. I feel like I would have noticed if, like, some third party ended up taking control. When a remake happens, they need to cut out Uni and replace him with a Neko. What's a Neko? Neko Arc Uni Edition. What's a Neko? Hang on. This scene isn't important enough. Need to figure out what this is. The hell is this? Neko is a cat girl. I see. Interesting.
違うんだよ、ユニ。奴をやったのは俺じゃない。
もうやめてよ。限界だよ。もう。
ユニ、肉体は同じでも、俺と。
いい加減にしてよ。 TID だかなんだか知らないけど、悟も心もない。お前はお前だ。あの男の人を殺し、リビングをめちゃくちゃにして、全部お前だろ。お前がやったことだろ。記憶がないとか、人格が違うとか、僕が恐れてるのは。子供だと思って僕は絶対。もう二度と。
待ってくれ、ユニ。
離せ。
わかった。二度とお前のそばには近づかない。
I don't think you can keep that promise, Satoru. Not with multiple personalities.
だけど、
なんだよ。
夕べのことだ。
夕べ。
昨日の晩。
今と同じことだよ。お前があの男の人を殺したんだって。そしたらあんたは、あとは言わなくてもさあ。
Oh, really, nobody. Not even Itsumi. I think Hattori feels like the most trustworthy one.
たく、なんでこんなことに。
There is one way you can get out of this 110-meter radius. You need to turn Sophia into a helicopter and fly it away. I could really tell that she's trying to avoid the knife from this picture.
小賢しい。逃げられるとでも思ってんのか。
頼む、間に合ってくれ。やめろ、バカな真似はやめるんだ。
She's definitely a psycho camouflage as the psychiatrist. I mean, what psychiatrist isn't,
邪魔
Kiba?
よ。引っ込んでって。
落ち着いてくれ、内海さん。今のあんたは正気を。
黙れ。俺もやられたいのか。
Wait. Sexist? Goddamn. Suddenly Satoru remembered something. He remembered the taste of candy in his mouth.
Mate!
どいて。どきなさい。どいてって言ってんの。聞こえないの。 どうして彼女をかばうの。そんな女に命をかけるだけの値打ちがあるっていう。
ああ。
あなた。
I have to tell her.
ってないのはこの子は純犬伏恵子じゃないんだ。
そんな話 DID だから許してやるって。あの時その女がだから罪には問われないってそう言いたいんでって私はただ。
だからこいつの名前は18便の。
あなた何。
説明する。でもその前に。
できないわ。ここま まで来た以上
内海さん、
やめて。もう何も聞きたい。あなたを殺し、その女も殺して、私も死ぬのよ。ごめんなさい。さよなら。
God damn it. I don't know. She's not worth it. Of course she is. Any human life is worth saving, especially if it's not the life of a psychopathic killer.
11
Would you save Hitler for your own life? I don't think so. Yeah, well, that's different. Hitler was going to kill a bunch of people, so killing him could be considered ethical because it ends up saving more lives. In that case, you know, killing one person's life could end up saving a lot of people. So it's still ethical. In a way, it's actually a mercy.
そんなことしちゃダメだ。
But if Hitler didn't kill himself and he was sent to prison, right? I think that it would still be worth just giving him life in prison instead of execution. Although, I guess some people may disagree. Killing her also saved Satori, and she was gonna kill herself anyway after she killed Satori. What do you mean? That's not, like, that doesn't mean I shouldn't try to save them both, though, right?
もしかしたら、でも、サトルだって悪い人じゃ。
See, even Yumi agrees.
11ね。だから、でも、
Yumi doesn't count.
それでいい。
He's a kid. He's pretty smart, I think. He figured out that whole thing with the feather at the beginning of the game, even though he was wrong.
許せるの？あんなひどいことをされたっていうのに。いいんだ。それよりも僕はカーリー、いつも優しくて
Pachgon, calling her Callie.
僕のこと慰めて。僕
Actually, doesn't he normally call her Callie? Okay, never mind.
僕にはお母さんが。だからでも今の怖い女の人になっちゃってて嫌なんだよ。そんなカーリーのこと。ねえ、僕のこと僕のお母さんは11。
Yumi doing a better job manipulating her than he did manipulating everyone at the cabin. Dude, that's right. At the cabin, his sole job was to make sure everyone survived. Presumably, there might have been some more stuff to it. And like, he knew about the transfer and stuff, and still he did a worse job than 2011 Yumi.
ごめんなさい。あなたが許して11。お母さんのこと。
I wonder what Hattori is thinking right now.
もう大丈夫だ。全ては。 もぎさんの。
そう、その時には純一のことは、でも新しく宿ったその命は、純一が私たちのことを気遣ってお腹の中にいる時から深く、全てを捧げてもそれほどまでに2人の赤ちゃん。
2人？
そうよ、まだ教えてなかったかしら。
つまり双子？
ねえ、男の子と女の子なの。
じゃあ
そのうちのどちら、2枚目にも3枚目にも。
そうか。
何か気に。
いや、ごめん。
でもね、死んでしまったのよ。結局2人の赤ん坊を見ることも置き去りにされたと思ったわ。悲しさとか寂しさとか、そんな言葉では。そして神と狭い個室にね、一人とても深くて寂しい地下にあったのよ。北海道檜羽郡小樽日という場所の。退院できたのは去年の2人の赤ちゃんを産んだのは明日、この島に。あの子たち、早くあの子たちに会いたい。
Is that Ruby 9? Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean. Just the name of the place. Oh, I see.
ごめんなさい。あと私はごめんなさい。
She really did seem to know a lot about psychology, though. She fooled me pretty well, not gonna lie. I knew she was crazy, of course, but I still thought that she was a genuine psychologist. A psychiatrist, I mean. Very awkward. That's putting it lightly. you could show them the computer in the room. That would probably be pretty damn good evidence. Yeah, no. Now that I think about it, it'd be kind of difficult to convince them regardless. Even Satoru barely believed Enomoto, even though he was literally experiencing what he described. Still, Hattori might believe him. Hattori should know that her consciousness swapped. Oh yeah, that. I don't know about that. Don't you remember that incident with the candy? If that was the case, she would have, like, she had many other better opportunities to kill me, like with the poison, for example. No, Satoru isn't willing to deny it, but I am. It can't be Utsumi. Just doesn't make sense. Now that you said it, I wanna know what happened after the candy. I don't remember exactly. I think Satoru just became incredibly sick. Or maybe that happened before. Alright, that's great. You don't believe in Utsumi, but you do believe in you. That's perfect. People don't need a motive to murder each other. There is still a reason, like a logical reason, to trust Uni though. It's the fact that he put this plan into action in the mountain shelter. That means, you know, in order for his plan to go well, I assume he wouldn't want to murder people. Thing we don't know. We switched while we got the candy, did we? I think it was a bit after. I don't remember though. I don't know. It's possible Kokoro is going to end up seeing what happened at the end of that. That would be interesting. Oh yeah, that. Yeah, you could have. You could put poison, like, in advance. Oh, right. That was the third thing. That was what I didn't remember. I remember that there were like three distinct places where like Satoru's body was being controlled by someone other than Satoru or Kokoro. First was when they wrecked this living room area. Second is when they murdered Enomoto, and the third is when they took the poison. I wasn't exactly sure about the theory that someone was controlling them other than the two of them, but it has to be true now. They kind of confirmed it earlier, in a way. yeah, that's another thing actually. Even if someone was controlling his body, he couldn't have been pushed off. Then it's not that simple. Is it possible Minamoto was actually responsible for these murders? And even though he's dead, he was still able to continue with the poison thing, right? Because he switched out his consciousness with someone else. In that case, even if his body is dead, he can still do whatever the hell he wants, right?
ああ、わかんねえ。結局誰なんだよ。俺。
Minamoto has the most control over the machine, presumably. He would be the one who's able to transfer people's consciousness at will, presumably.
そうだ。どうしてこんな簡単なことに気づかなかったんだ。
Oh no. What? It's still open? Oh crap, anyone could have gone in there. And everyone knows when you leave a room, you close the door behind you. God damn it. Perfect setup for a jump scare. Yeah, I agree. I feel like that kind of thing actually happens in 999 a lot. 999 wasn't really like the scariest game ever, but really just like opening a door to go into another place just always freaked me out when I first played it. I was worried someone was going to jump out or you were going to stumble across a dead body, which is not even that's actually something that happened pretty commonly. Hello, our simulator. What's up? Imagine if Hitori went in, broke this space-time transfer machine. Yeah, that's something that could have happened. It's possible. If she knows how to work it. I find it kind of suspicious that they would leave the door open for no reason, though. I feel like that might be a setup for later on to say like, oh yeah, someone went into the room at this time. I felt sorry when you were trying to get Uni to score the 3PL in basketball. The RNG is only on Satoru. Uni will always fail the 3PL off. Yeah, I was pretty annoyed at that. Scarf. It's confirmed, Uni doesn't always keep his scarf on him. Oh, yes. Yes, that is good, actually. That is good. I need to learn how to speak. Yeah, that's great, though. Like, this is amazing. I'm gonna figure out everything. You just turn on the ×2 option. Keepo. It's interesting that they calculated that. This reminds me of Richard's last reward. What? When did this happen? January 11th or 15. Oh, it's after he jumped off. Okay, I see. You're gonna hit some choices eventually. The community more or less thinks that there's a preferred order of doing things. Would you rather go it alone, or are you okay with some backseating? Uh, what do you mean? Choices? Do you mean like the order of the endings to go in? Or something? Something like that? I don't know. I guess I'm fine with a little bit of backseating, yeah. As long as it's not like saying what is going to happen later in the story. You order which one gets stabbed first. Possibly. Not sure. Stabbed or be stabbed. I think I already explained this in another stream, but I would rather be stabbed within certain circumstances. To stab or to be stabbed? That is the question, most certainly. But yeah, I think the generally recommended order for these choices is better here. Okay. Yeah, then I'll do that, I guess. I'm still going to like say what choices I would have picked on my first attempt though, just to see how those compare to the choices I actually end up picking that you guys suggest, or our simulator suggests, I guess. That's ideal. Think of it first, then we suggest. Okay. It's just a story, man. Don't have to think of all of these complicated science stuff. Probably. Atmospheric pressure. That is quite strange, yeah. Oh yeah, this. I remember this. Oh, relief. That's because he was inside the body of a girl, and he was checking himself to make sure he was back to normal, right? I didn't know there were patterns on the table. Oh yeah, that. The clock was added. Oh no. Are there not cameras in the bathroom? I guess that makes sense. Kind of. Nah, that seems pretty normal for Totori, to be honest. $11. Oh my god. $3? You sure it's not 11? Also, I like how when they were saying 11 minutes, they write it out as the number 11, but when they're saying 3, they write it out as the word 3. That's because, like, 11 needs to be put in numerical form, so you could see the connection between Remember 11 and that. Got what? Down there? I think he was what? All over? In addition? Oh yeah, that's quite suspicious. A lot of things could have happened in that time. Now that I think about it, I also don't think I played through the part where Satoru's body gets their left arm mutilated. Well, I mean, stabbed, wounded, whatever. I should have said a better word for that. So, that must have happened while someone else was controlling his body, right? A lot of stuff happened on the 14th. Oh, what the hell is that? Remember 11 is basically just a simulation of the Virgin versus Chad meme. The Satoru gets all the girls while constantly tormenting the virgin manlet Uni gets none. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe it's because he's 12. Even the female characters endlessly emasculate and brutally beat the Uni to a pulp. Buy this game if you want to bark as the Chad meme, bully those who are lesser. Then you genetically for a million hours or however long this massive is. Yeah, I suppose. It makes perfect sense. I was getting ice cream. What happened? Not much. Didn't much. They were saying in the surveillance, you know, they didn't show Satoru's body getting their left hand wounded. So like, you know, I'm kind of thinking that like it happened while Kokoro and Satoru weren't controlling that body, because I don't remember either of them going through the scene where it gets stabbed. So I could be misremembering, maybe. Realize this might not be as important, but what kind of ice cream are you having, Cass? If you don't mind sharing. Vanilla. Yeah, same kind of thing that we're reading right now, Kipo. hell is this? Is this a clone? Vanilla is good, but it's rare to find a vanilla ice cream that actually tastes like vanilla. Most of them taste like cream and sugar. Yeah, that's true actually. I still like that taste though. Cream and sugar. Move to Europe. We have good ice cream. You see? Yeah, you know what? I don't think I will. Actual good French vanilla. I'm sure I would love that. Vanilla ice cream would be worth the effort. Definitely. The only thing that's good about France, the food.
思ってるも何もこの目で楽しそうに笑いながらもう死んでるってなのに死体をいたぶって遊ぶ
Reading this scene really makes me want to have some ice cream, people. Satoru really not going to point out the fact that his left hand isn't wounded?
これは俺じゃないんだ。
That's nice. I'm glad that she's smiling, people. Okay, that's not possible though. Even if Kokoro's, like, consciousness, like, she forgot her memories or something, she was, like, invaded by someone else's mind or something. Or even, if there's a clone of Satoru somehow, and that was just someone else completely, that can't be. Because I know that after Satoru was attacked by Onomoto, Kokoro went into his body, and he in quotes, Kokoro ran outside, ran across the perimeter of the building of Sophia, like the facility itself, not like the walls. She went into her room. If he picked the right option, and that is, don't get the bad ending, and then she went back to the basement. I very much doubt that took less than 33 minutes, so I don't see how there was any room for this scene to play out if Satoru's body was there. And if we're able to jump to the conclusion of clones, then that also doesn't make sense, because in that case, how would Satoru even go back into his own body? "17. Is that number of significance? I think it's pretty much confirmed at this point that Inabushi is still alive. What's happening is Inabushi and Hattori are switching bodies. That's the reason why Kokoro never sees Hattori's real personality, and Hattori's body is always silent or, screaming, trying to murder her. The thing is, Hattori's real body, the one that was on the plane, should be dead. There's no way you could survive out in that blizzard for that long. She has to have died. So if both those personalities are still alive, that means there must have been some other body that they took over. But who? Yeah, I don't think Kokoro would have done this. I don't think that I would have forgotten about it if she did, at least. That's wrong, though. Well, maybe that is right, but that doesn't mean someone wasn't trying to kill him. We saw it in the other ending. It's interesting how he's saying my body instead of Kokoro. I think Satoru might be picking up on the fact that a third party may be controlling his body. Of course you couldn't, of course not. Is this one of the choices that are important? Well, the answer is neither, but is that the answer I'm supposed to pick? I want to pick neither, but like, you told me that there was a better choice, or like a specific order, I mean. So which one? Pick neither? Yeah. Oh yeah, I totally thought of all of this as well. Oh my god. Is this also an important decision? Because, to be honest, I have no idea. This set of choices is super hard without a walkthrough. I can tell. Yeah, the next 5 choices are key. Alright, well... or 4, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know the answer at all. I would just have to, like, guess the first one, I guess. So, which one should I pick? The first? Okay. It's really interesting how, like, they're letting you figure out the mystery for once, instead of just having a character explain it. I don't know. I don't know. Let's go back to January 11th. Pick the first again. Okay. Please tell me if I, like, make a mistake or something. If I misinterpret the instructions or whatever. What happened on the 14th from 6:11 to 7:17? And even if that were wrong, Satoru would have noticed, right? He would have noticed saying 66 minutes at the shelter cabin. no, 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 oh no. I'm guessing it's third, 3 exchange points, but I don't know. I think Fortuna. I'm guessing 3. What option should I actually pick though? Yep. Should I? 3? Nice. There's one more choice, but it's gonna take a while to get to. Oh no. Seriously, you're listing out abbreviations before explaining? Whatever you do, do not do the action. Alright? Are you still listing out definitions? Save when you get to that point though, that choice is important. Alright, I will. Oh. The thing is changing. Judging from the records, my body is used in 3 following order. Koro, Alpha, Kukoro, Alpha. Then how come we don't notice when we go to Alpha? He starts listing abbreviations whenever his brain cells turn yellow. Really? That would be interesting. In that case, could Alpha's body be in Sophia, but in 2011 instead of 2012? Or something like that? No, it's just a joke. Would be cool if it was real, dude, imagine. Is there a reason it's in this specific order? Actually, yeah, there is, because Alpha comes into Satoru's body after Kokoro, right? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Hey, that's all well and good, but there's no way Yamato wouldn't have known about this, right? Maybe Uni might not have known, but Yamato must have. So why wouldn't he tell us? Uni, you didn't. Oh god, I'm about to sneeze. Um, Uni having his Chuni phase, so he's hiding all information to pretend to be cool and mysterious. What's a Chuni? Don't know these anime terms. Oh, I see. Edgy people who can't be edgy because they're too young. Yeah, makes sense. What? There is one way it could have been incorrect, without Kokoro necessarily lying about it. What if the third person, Alpha, what if they're put into cold sleep or something? But even then though, I feel like if your consciousness was inside of there, you would still like know time is passing, right? Like you know how when you wake up in the morning, you don't necessarily remember anything that happened at night because you were unconscious, but you also sort of get the feeling that a lot of time has passed, I guess. So I feel like she would still notice, right? How come none of us noticed that we were in a third location? Even if that third location were the mountain shelter or Sophia in another time, one of us must have noticed. Going to Sophia twice, for example, or going to the mountain shelter twice in a row. Yeah, they're even saying exactly what I was saying. kind of assumed a bit earlier that Alpha was Inabushi, but that can't be because Inabushi was already controlling Hattori's body, I think. Technically, that would have been just her own body, actually, but I associate it with Hattori more. That's not really a mystery, though. Oh no, I thought he was saying the fourth mystery is the fact that I don't feel anger towards this person. Never mind, misread it. April Apric, saving up the choice isn't necessary. It's better to come back to the Kokoro/me/neither choice and pick something different. True, it gives more content. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I wouldn't know. You already lost a lot of sleep, mate. That coffee is gonna be it's gonna spill or something. I don't know. "30 minutes is not a lot of time. I would be like anxious as hell if I were going through this. Like in real life. I don't really care because it's inside of a video game. That's fair. That makes sense. Why don't you do that thing that Hattori did? I think that putting a piece of candy on it could help. No, you know what, that would probably just get it stuck more. Alright, time to rally our crew. This game has other animations than the plane. Yeah? You mean like the door opening? Makes sense. That's what you think, but it's actually a helicopter. Good try. That's what Outbreak was saying in the chat before. Damn, they were foreshadowing and I didn't even know. Junichi? What? I don't think Junichi is a murderer. Could it have been Inabushi? For real? Okay, Satori, you may have realized it, but I did not. No. Mind sharing it just a bit? Itsumi only went there after Junichi died, right? You're probably right. I probably misremembered. So who could have been Itsumi? Yamagi? No, probably not. There's no way that Mastermind here just picked that location for no reason. The fact that Itsumi mentioned it means that,
これが
to be honest, I don't know what it means actually. I don't know. Think about the actions taken by the third person. Itsumi isn't the type to do that, even when she bottom her. Yeah, you're right. But who is? I don't know. Inabushi probably is, but
転移
even if you don't figure it out, you get answer and tips later. Figuring it out is fun. Alright, yeah, you're right. I do like figuring things out. But nah, I can't figure it out.
そうだ何やってんだよ早く行かなく
Satoru figured it out though. That means it should be possible at least. This circle? It's not really a circle, it's more like a spiral. PSP version has an image for this section. Oh, oh nice. They should have probably had that in this version as well, because I have no idea what he's looking at. Thank you for sharing that with me. Assault Edition also patches that background. Oh, I see. PC version has it. Time of day is wrong. What do you mean time of day? Like, time of day, like from what part of the game? They show it in the afternoon. This is still dawn. Oh, that's a very specific thing to get incorrect. Why does every patch version of an indie game have a German name? I don't know if this is an indie game, but yeah, I don't know about like patches and stuff in general, to be honest. I can't think of a particular patch that has a German name, but I could be misremembering. Uh, you said I shouldn't do it, right? I, you said that like, it's a choice here. Shouldn't, shouldn't open it. Step away. So no, don't open it. Alright. Let me tell you, if this was, like, if you hadn't warned me about it, I definitely would have opened it. Not a doubt. Without a doubt. These games, like, whenever, in, like, story games in general, whenever I'm given a decision to do something or not to do something, I always do something, even if it's not the best thing to do. I'd rather do something than nothing. They predicted Fortnite Cube years later. I'm not sure what that is, but I think cubes in video games are a pretty common thing, right? Everyone lets their curiosity get the best of them. I see. That's why guides exist. But wait, that isn't right, is it? I thought that Kokoro transferred after Satoru. Oh no. No wait, that does make sense. Alpha is in the mountain shelter. Kokoro is in Sophia, and then Satoru is in the third location. Then they cycle. Satoru is in the mountain location. Alpha is in Sophia, and Kokoro is in the third location. Yeah, that makes sense. this.
来ちゃダメ。小屋に戻って戻りなさい。
I honestly don't remember what happened with Yamogi. Yamogi's gonna be like, who the hell are you?
なんでだよ。なんでいないんだ。たく、どこ行っちまったんだ。くそ。
Remember the auto-scroll section in Kokoro's route that was silent? Vaguely. It was supposed to be playing this song. Well, I see. Yeah, I don't know, I don't really remember exactly what happened. I only remember it because I was spamming the skip button to go past it, but otherwise I don't know what was going on during it. I think we were going through this scene, right? Or something like it. Anyway, we're back at the end of Kokoro's route. Yeah, finally. Hopefully it continues after this. Wouldn't it be funny if it didn't? Just abruptly ends here and goes to the story isn't over. It's an infinite loop. Yeah, exactly. Nothing more to look forward to would be funny. Exactly. But no, I don't want that to happen. I want to see the ending. Sorry, could you elaborate, please? Oh, you actually did elaborate. I'm surprised. Wait, where would Satoru be? In Sophia? But no, wait, we're in Sophia right now. We're in the, like, beach area, so he must have gone to the third location. But how does that make any sense? You know, I don't get it. Do we become a couple after that? Satoru and Yamoki? What do you mean? That kid is taking off. Yeah.
間に合わなかったか。
Satoru slash Yamagi is a based ship. Dilf in the harem. Yeah, I see. He's technically already married too. I mean, he dies, but he never technically divorced with Izumi, right? Satoru and Kokoro. Yeah, that is what I said. Definitely. If so, Hattori is trying to kill Kokoro because she's jealous. Not necessarily. It could be Inabushi.
これって避難小屋は。
リンとユニは。
私の後。
It's a good thing you weren't standing like halfway through the circle, otherwise only half of you would have transferred. Wait, big brain. We'll just make a harem. Problem solved. Not so easy to do. What do you what do you mean? Like what problem would that solve actually? I suppose no one would want to murder each other if it was a harem. Actually, no, wait. If a bunch of people are competing, like, to start dating someone they like, that will probably cause a couple murders to happen.
ユニ、リンを頼む。さあ、お前も外に出。
ちょっと何なのよ。どういうことなの。なんでスフィアがここに。さっきまでは避難小屋なのに。それからサトルはどうして。でもここはスフィアだから。だけどそれじゃあ。
Everyone is in the Satoru harem except Uni. That's a good thing though.
私はなんでこんなところに。もう訳は。サトル、何が起きたのかちゃんと説明してよ。説明してくれるまで。
This is late in the game.
ついてきてくれ。
誰もいない。そっか。まだ。
Uni kills Satoru because he wants Kokoro. Well, that's right. He was totally making moves on Kokoro, wasn't he?
なんだか変な感じがする。私がここにいた時にはいつもサトル映画のセットの中に紛れ込んじゃったみたい。
だろうな。
It's like you stepped behind a painting.
何よその返事。ちょっとそっけなさすぎじゃない。
かもな。説明は後でしてやる。でもその前に気がかりなことがあるんだ。
気がかりなことって。
Ultimate plot twist. Uni was sabotaging Satoru all along to break him and Kokoro up. They didn't even... They're not even dating though. And they wouldn't have even... Like, even if they're going to start dating now that they've, like, actually met each other, that wouldn't have happened in the first place if the transference phenomenon didn't occur. Oh yeah, that...
なんで一体。
ユニがいない。
Wait, isn't it possible for Uni to meet himself? Wouldn't that be really bad?
それよりもリビング
内海さんもいない。
どこ行っちゃったの。っていうかリビングのこと教えてくれないわけ。
The ending will be Uni coming up behind Satoru and stabbing him in the back while pushing up his glasses. That would be great. I'm gonna get to that part and I'm gonna be like, oh, I guess I got one of the bad endings. And then it's gonna be like, you got the true ending. Congrats. That was Uni's plan.
バカな。
Then he waits a few years and assumes his identity.
もう今度はどこ行くのよ。何も言わないで突然行動しないで。
地下だよ。
地下に3人。
わからない。わからないから。
あれ
Checking just in
こんなと
case.
ころに部屋
I
なん
like
てあった
that.
っけ。
Oh my god. Plot twist of the plot twist. Kokoro kills Uni because he kills Satoru because he stole Kokoro from Uni, but Satoru knew that Uni was going to kill him, so he sets up a trap for Uni and kills him in the end. When you say him, who are you talking about? Are you talking about Uni or Satoru? Let me reread that. Satoru knew Uni was going to kill him, so he sets up a trap for Uni. Kills Uni. Okay, I see. Big brain, I know. Yeah, it's like in the manga or whatever, they have like a it's like a JoJo fight pretty much. I out-predicted, you're out-predicting. Kokoro in a few years. Satoru, since when did you have a teddy bear named Tuberculosis? What bear? I have amnesia. I have amnesia. Oh my god. Slightly behind? Why?
出て行っちゃったんだ。
There's something else I didn't account for. If there really are three personalities switching, like circling between Satoru, Kokoro, and Alpha's body, then shouldn't that mean there should be three personalities circling through or cycling through Hattori? Right? Who's the third one then? Unless there is no third one. And in reality there are only two. But they still transfer the space to that third location, so how would the consciousness not be left behind? I don't understand, whatever. Plot twist, you're the third personality in Hattori. Like me? Fortuna? I'm gonna wake up one day and I'm gonna be Sophia. I'm gonna be like, oh crap, I guess my house was the third location and I just swapped bodies. But no, if I'm third personality of Hattori, then I would wake up in her body. But regardless.
そうだ。どうしてこんな大事なこと。よもぎさんを助けに行かなくちゃ。
I just came up with a DLC. How can you have DLC for a visual novel? Uni gets up from the floor and screams, "You haven't even seen my final form." Then he goes into a Kamehameha phase and kills everything in a 50-mile radius. You mean 110 meters, right?
待て、今言っても無駄だ。
DLCs for visual novels actually exist. I was Iwai Hime had one, but never heard of it, but okay. What was the DLC about though? Was it like an extra story? Or like extra skins or something? I don't
も
know.
う何よ、何なのよ。何が起きてるっていうの、説明してくれるって言ったのに。
これから説明する。だけどその前によもぎさんは赤倉岳っていうのはその。
そうよ、吹雪の中。私をだから私は。
そうか。
Extra chapter, yeah. About a character that didn't have a rep. Interesting. So it's kind of just like an extra story. That's kind of cool actually. I think that could work out. They could have one for this game, you know, about, I don't know, Inabushi. Extra skins. We need a Uni Neko skin. You know what? It might actually be possible to do that in the game. You just have to go into the game and change the game files, right?
心、あの新聞、
忘れようと思っても。
あれには赤倉岳に男女3人の HAL 墜落事故の不明
Sure, it's not that simple, but you know, it's possible.
男女3人のフランシとそのうちの2人、心と凛のことじゃなかったんだよ。
I'm sorry,
あ
what?
の記事にあった死体とはよもぎさんとそれから内海さん、ほとり、
Oh
この
my
3人の
god.
ことだった。
Oh
ど
no.
ういうこと？
In this timeline, it might be, but it's not in the timeline where we actually do get killed by the avalanche, right? Studio that made the game shut down in 2006, I'm sure they wouldn't have a problem with that. I don't know about that. Yeah, you know, they wouldn't. Even if they did, you know, nothing can stop me. And even if they didn't shut down, judging by the personalities of the writers, I feel like they wouldn't mind. Changing all your system sounds to that voice pack of Yuri constantly calling you Oni-chan is the DLC. You know what? I would probably be willing to download that. People. Could a studio that doesn't exist anymore complain? Well, the studio doesn't exist, but the people in it are probably still alive. Unless they got caught in an avalanche or something. Of course not. What you're really doing is not telling the player who Alpha is. We'll kill them so they don't complain. That's our side quest when raiding Nintendo. I see. No, we don't need to. I'm sure they'll be fine with it. Thing is, if we're going to make Uni and Echo, I think that we should do that for a lot of the others as well. Kipo.
今次の転移を待つしかない。
I'd like to see Yomogi in a cat costume.
じゃあ、よもぎさんは助からない。内海さんはどうなっ？ほとりちゃんはユニ。
大丈夫だ。
Uni's still alive, kind of. Satoru and Smash when? Not impossible, I don't know.
諦めるのはまだ早い。今は6時10分だ。雪崩の発生時刻はまだ40分以上ある。
40分しかでしょ？雪崩の発生地点までは 1km もある。今すぐ出発したって間に合うかどうか。
I mean, he's not Waluigi, so I probably won't get in. You say that, but Waluigi didn't get in either, so...
それに、ここが避難小屋だったら次の転移でも、ここはだから転移はそうでしょう。
Alright, we just have to get good RNG. It's so simple.
だが逆に考えれば、
His ultimate is a flying helicopter. Is flying a helicopter into his opponents.
おかしくはない。
That's what I said. Oh, I see. He's not Waluigi. Okay, I misread that. Or I didn't even, I just misunderstood. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. They're going to meme this so far hard. People are thinking that's like a really big meme for Waluigi to get in, but the bigger meme is for literally every character and every conceivable piece of fiction imaginable gets into Smash except for Waluigi. That's what's going to happen.
じゃあどうして私たちこんなとこもうだったら早く
I don't know, it could just be good RNG. Imagine every Pokemon in Smash, but Waluigi. Yeah, exactly, that's what's gonna happen. What?
行きましょう
Sexist? Goddamn. Which has better RNG, the space-time transfer or basketball game? Discuss. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know how the RNG in this one works. In the space-time transfer. To be honest, I barely know how the RNG in the basketball game works either. People. I'm just waiting for the day new Smash releases and the ads are gonna be like Smash, but with Waluigi, only for pre-orders. It's not. I could foresee that happening. Not gonna lie. For a moment, I treated her like a human. Yeah, it's basically what he was saying. Almost made me forget her gender. There's one way we can form ourselves while we hold hands.
東だろ
東がどっちな
こっちにまっすぐ行けばいいんだろコンパス持ってんだったら早く言え
だから今言ったじゃない
サンキュー
サンキュー
何の俺だ
先頭に立ってくれ
そんなこと
それから今
Aw, Satoru is getting shy. That's so cute. Right, sorry, I need to turn on the light in my room. I can barely see. Satoru hates women more than he hates falling off the clock tower. Makes sense. What was the dishwasher? What the dishwasher was talking? Dishwasher? You mean the woman? That's what Satoru would say. I myself am definitely not sexist. I see. See, this was what I was saying. To hold hands. Well, crap.
心
He was screaming louder when he found when he was in Kokoro's body and he found out his dick was missing. I'm just pointing that out. TikTok made me a bad person. Don't say that, Kaz. You're not a bad person. But also, what are you talking about?
心しっかりしろ
Dick is more important than Kokoro. Yeah. Which would you rather lose? You know the sexist jokes. I don't use TikTok. What are they though?
心起きろ落ちて
サトル、私のことは早くみんなを
バカお前を置いていけるわ
やっぱりサトルって私サトルのことサトルは
Satoru didn't believe in her.
なんていうか
Oh yeah, Kokoro? Kokoro, when she found out Satoru was probably the person who murdered Enomoto, right? From her perspective, that was the most logical choice. She still didn't doubt him. But when he found out that there was evidence that she killed him, right away, like, Kokoro's the killer, no other option. Kokoro, if me and your dick were about to fall off on a cliff, which would you save? if his dick was on a cliff and was about to fall off, I think just getting to it wouldn't really help. So a radical feminist talks BS and someone gets up, walks into the kitchen and closes the dishwasher. Then the voice stops. What? I don't understand. Radical feminist talks BS. That's what causes her to stop talking? I say her, but
アホかお前
it could be a he as well.
最後の言葉みたいなこと言ってんじゃねえよお前がここで死んじまったら元も子もない
でも
歩けないんなら俺が
無理だよ
無理じゃないたとえ無理でもやるんだ
どうしてそんなことしたら
俺目借りた恩は必ず返す主義なんだだから
サトル
What would have happened if I opened the cube?
お前の体は
It seems
お前だ
completely
けの
different
ものじゃ
from
ない
that.
お前の命だってお前に言ったよな俺とお前は一心同体たとえ二度と転移が起きなかったとしても俺は
バカだよ
ああなんととにかく俺はお前を
Me talking to my teammates in Splatoon.
本当にバカだよ
I'm carrying you anyway.
でもサンキューきっと倍にして
No, Kokoro, you would have done the same thing. I'm just saying, you did do the same thing actually to Uni.
24000
It may be freezing, but Satoru is still making wet. It makes sense.
うるせえな喋る気力があるなら歩かせるぞよもぎさん内海さんほとり
Again, he's not screaming as loudly as he did before. He's still screaming louder than when he was shouting Kokoro's name though, but only slightly. Yomogi's mountain skills are more important than Kokoro. Oh, that's why he screams louder. It makes sense, yeah. I see. Yamoki is the one who hears him too. Wait, what? Uni's the only one missing? Oh no.
よもぎさん
ユキド君サトル
まずい
Yeah, what is Yamoki thinking being with these two random girls?
早くこっちへ
Well, random to him, I mean.
どうしたの？
いいから俺についてきてくれ時間がないんだ
でも彼が
ねなんでだよふざけんなよそれでもあんたプロの登山家か
God damn you. What the hell? I was about to call him Uni. Satoru.
うるせえもう何も喋るな黙っ 自信
What? That doesn't make sense. The two earthquakes happened a year apart from each other. Almost. Alright, boys, we have to stand behind the tree. And girls.
雪崩だ雪崩が来る早く逃げろ雪崩
嘘
何ボケっとしてる早く
Dude is carrying Yamoki and Kokoro at the same time. God damn. This again. Anima. Those trees are getting knocked over. And yet, despite that, Uni was able to survive by standing behind one. You want to stand behind them. Yeah, well, Uni did it, and that was the reason he survived. Did I... No?
死ぬかと思った
大丈夫
ああ大丈夫ありがとう
待ってて今出してあげるから
悪い頼む俺雪崩に飲まれたんだよな
Where is Yamoki?
少なくとも鎌倉で遊んでたようには見えないけど
どうして俺
そんなの当たり前じゃ
当たり前
だって私たち一心同体でしょ
Huh? But like, seriously, if Satoru got buried in the snow, Yamogi is probably worse off. I think that we should save him. now playing Catharsis. Indeed. Even if someone tried to cut it, I don't know, Uni might try to cut it, as the chat theorized earlier. Oh yeah, that. I forgot about that.
わからないのか。じゃあ
ちょっと教えてよ。ねえ、サトル。
Wait. Okay, I misinterpreted those words. Uni disappeared because fuming about Kokora and Satoru right now. He's fuming. Yeah, absolutely. Here? Oh, or him. Oh yeah. Oh my god. I said earlier that those two were just random girls to Yomogi, but I completely forgot that that's literally his wife. God damn it.
大丈夫？
どうやら僕は不死身らしい。そういう惑星から来たよもぎ星人なんだ。
もうバカ。
Wife and child's murderer. I also forgot about that. Yeah, he would probably have seen Hattori before. God damn, that would have been awkward. That probably was awkward. Of all the people you could have been trapped in a snowstorm with, Uni probably left because the vibes over there were so awkward. That's the only logical explanation. The woman who murdered his son, gotta be awkward seeing them together. Exactly, yeah. But wait, you two were basically saying the same thing. And you sent your messages at almost the same time? What are the odds of that? One in 11. Unlikely, but yeah, probably. Hattori / Kokoro, Yuri is real. Oh yeah, I see it. I see it, yeah, unlikely. Remember, from Kokoro's perspective, Hattori was actually Inabushi, I assume. Anyway, this is all nice and sweet and all, but you still haven't told me what the, like, Satoru hasn't said who the killer is, or Alpha, or whatever.
ねえ、天国の
Oh yeah, heaven. It's not really heaven. We're still on a mountain.
まるで僕が死んでしまったみたいに。
Are we even on the mountain actually? We could be in the third location. I have no idea.
どうし
じゃ
赤倉岳さ。
あ赤倉岳って
ああ、そうだ。それよりも君の方、しかも彼女まで。
彼女って小鳥ちゃんのこと
小鳥？
小鳥ちゃん
That's because you and Kakaro were too busy conversating. That was all that was happening between you.
僕らは全員今頃本当にありがとう。ああ、そうだ。聞きたいことがあるんだ。ユニのことなんだ。ユニは。
ユニ君だったら
Right? Are the transfers still going to occur though?
なあ、一つだけ。君は誰の？俺の名前は有機堂悟だ。
Yo, we did it. That's the end, right? This end is so good. I agree. That was really, yeah, that was a really nice ending. Kinda angry that we didn't find out who Alpha was, but whatever. It was satisfying. And isn't that the most important thing? No more Hattori scenes? Well, not for now, but I'm still not done with the game, am I? The Alpha identity is revealed in the tips after you finish the epilogue, I think. Oh, I see. Not direct. Oh, so do I still have to figure it out? A big hint, I see. Hopefully I can figure it out, but if not, I'll just look up the answer. Or better yet, ask ask one of the people in chat who knows. Said that our simulator, you said that like there was a certain order to play during like those last few decisions. I don't have time to do it like right now, but I feel like after, yeah, I'm probably gonna end the stream after this, but like, what should I do after this? What branch, like, choice should I do after? Remember 11 explained, blog has literally everything on it. You could always use that for a bunch of stuff. See, yeah. I think you told me about that before. I'll probably read it after I'm done with the game. After the epilogue, go back to the /Kokoro/Niger and pick any other choice. Okay, so I get to choose. I'd recommend looking at the series timeline on the blog too. It explains a ton. Nice. Thanks for the tip. Definitely will. When I can. There's also one other thing that wasn't directly explained. It's what happens with Uni at the end. How is Uni going to... If the corpses aren't found, Uni shouldn't be able to go to Sepia, because he can't just pretend to be crazy unless people he knows dies, right? In that case, how is he going to transfer back to the past after that? The infinite loop will be broken. Maybe that's what he wanted with the loop to break. Perhaps in another time it will restart again then. Perhaps it doesn't matter. Delta? Oh no.
日付は2011年1月だけど本当は2012年とても信じられないことだけれど
I thought you were in the mountain shelter. Unless you transferred?
なあ聞いてんのか？
あ、ちょっとね忘れないうちに記録
小説でも書くつもりなの？
まさか
Maybe the writers of this game actually went through everything that happened here.
じゃあどうして？
だから忘れないようにするためそれよりも他の
もうとっくに出てったよ。今頃海を
Uni is kind of messed up though.
特にヨモギ
What do you mean? Like, mentally?
じゃあスフィアに残ってるのは私とサトルだけ
そういうことになるな。
そっかねえサトル次の転移って
おそらく
He could have saved Hattori and Anamoto, but he just lets them die. Yeah, that is a good one. But in a way you could kind of consider that, like, I assume that he has some kind of plan for the transferring thing to happen. It was as a result of us transferring that we were able to save everyone else. As in the people in the mountain shelter, right?
1週間か1ヶ月か
If he saved Hattori, they'd probably run out of supplies before rescue. Yeah, that too.
わからないけど、とにかく18便の残骸が全て撤去されるまではそうでなければ
I'm not exactly sure what would have happened, but I think that it was just because of this whole transferring thing happening in the first place that Satoru was in a position, along with Kokoro, to be able to save the people in the avalanche. And if those three that were in it, Hattori, Utsumi, and Mogi, weren't in avalanche, then instead Kokoro, Yamogi, and Maizumi would have been instead.
もっとも今言ったのは1年前のことについてだけど
2012, Uni can bring extra supplies. Oh yeah, something else. Yeah, why wouldn't he do that? That doesn't make sense.
去年の歴史その歴史の中では誰も時空間転移のだから少なくとも赤く
転移は起こらない。
あ
って納得してる場合じゃないって。それじゃあユニはど。
別に救助隊が来て彼を発見し以上終了
ってことはユニが助け出されるっていう。
歴史にも慣性の法則みたいなものがある。できる限り同じ状態を保とうとする力が働くんだよ。
Yep. Fair, he could have. Time shifting is pretty risky though, so he might have wanted to keep the past as intact as possible. Not sure. I feel like he already made a lot of impacts.
大丈夫。ユニは必ず戻ってくる。心配するな。俺が保証。 簡単なことだよ。2012年の青そのユニに
There's the past saving everyone on the cabinet on January 11th. Yeah, exactly. If anything, it would have been less of an alteration to just bring some food. Right after the crash. Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. I suppose the uni that goes over there to save all of them from the crash. That was already from the future. I never even considered it.
ところで3点ばかり質問があるんだが
Wait, an exchange diary I'd kept with my lover. Interesting wording.
質問って。
これ
No, that wasn't me. That was Alpha. Why would you think I could draw something so bad?
上下のやつは。
What?
もうサトルひどうしてこんなことするの。
こんなこと
上から落書きしたのサトルでしょ。
I was right? Wait, I was just joking. Is that really what happened?
はあ。一生懸命。
じゃあこれは筋肉増強剤の乱用によって肉体が肥大化してしまった自分の
は。
いやとにかくそういうことだ。
一部は。でもその上に。
そうか。では次の新聞を破いたのはお前か。
え？
避難小屋に置いてあった新聞あれを破いたの。
私じゃ。
What? Wait, I misremembered?
ど
God damn it.
と思う。
Satoru thought about that drawing deeply. It kept him up at night. Exactly, he spent so much attention, like, he spent so much time on it. I think it was Afric who actually mentioned that. The fact that it didn't actually show Kokoro ripping up the newspaper. And I thought that it did. Apparently I was wrong.
確信を持って断言することは私あの記事を読んだの。
なるほどね。まあだけどそれじゃあ最後の質問。心は赤い夢を見。
赤い
You mean, like, a dream in which the background had a bunch of fuzzy stuff at the end, but it was colored red?
目に映るもののすべてが柔らかな赤に染まった安らぎに包まれて甘い。
Actually, she did, didn't she? That's an oddly specific thing to have, though.
そんな夢を。
Could that be it? Is that what happens when we're in location, in the third location? Of course. The person was put into cold sleep. I was saying that it was impossible for us not to notice that we swapped, even if we were in cold sleep, because we still would have remembered it slightly. But we did remember it. It's just that we didn't realize that we were in that location. Why amniotic fluid specifically? Not necessarily. No, I just mean that, like, somebody was drugged out, unable to wake up for whatever reason. Or wait, is that... and red surrounding? Okay, yeah, I don't know actually. Never mind.
ありがとう。
ちょっと待って。
It is quite strange though. For Satoru to assume she was asleep is one thing, but specifically that she was having a red dream, or red vision, whatever, doesn't matter,
一
like,
人で納得してないで。
how would he
私に
think
も
that?
教えてよ。
いずれ。
いずれって。
When you replay the game, Kokoro,
未来
that's the whole
であること
goal.
は間違いないと思う。
Future in quotes.
さあ、みんな待ってるかもしれないし。
Satoru's had it too, if you remember. Yeah. Well, I don't remember specifically, but I would assume he did if he was asking Kokoro. Even so, though, even if he had it, for him to ask Kokoro if she had a dream, not only a dream, but specifically a dream with a red background, you know, kinda, I just don't understand why. I'm sure there's a reason, though. It's the first scene of his route in his perspective. Oh, that's the person who was acting all crazy back then. But while he was in the third location, someone else was in Kokoro's body, acting insane. It's all coming together.
ねえ、待ってよ。やっと。
元気だな、心は。よく走る気力が残ってるよな。
気力なんて残ってないけど。
でも、
置いてけぼりにされる。
さっきまで一人で俺の。
一つなのが一つのままでいるのと。
お前。
時計台だ。
Damn, not 11.
どうしたんだ。
なんで急に。だって私が悟の部屋を出た時はなのにどうして。
どうしてって俺の時計だってほら12時だし。
Did we switch? What? Did we transfer?
見てわかんないのか。
そんなのわかどうしてこんなものサトルが持ってるの？
Could the wristwatch have been tampered with? And that's why
どうしてってそれは
we're confused on times?
お金と交換してもらったからだよ。
つまりこれは
Well,
サトルの
who's the person working at that shop? Are you sure it wasn't, say, an 11 or 12-year-old boy who's wearing a hat and a scarf?
なんでそんなこと
Are you certain?
まさかお前この時計。
言い出しちゃダメ。
おいおいおいおい。
マジっす。
じゃあお前は今まで。
サトルの部屋に置いてあった。それで確かめてました。
This is why you put wristwatches on your wrists, mate.
部屋を出た時はその時間は今お前がはめて。
目覚まし時計。
いや
Bukaro, you're stupid.
つまりあの部屋に置いてある目覚まここまで来るのに
32?
すればおそらくあの時計は常に
じゃあ私は
There's no way that's a coincidence. Someone must have tampered with the clock.
ああ
っていうかまたなんか変な現象が発生。
お前の
もう何も言わないで勝手に待ってよ。
Why are we in third person now? Oh no, we're in first person. We're just in Satoru's perspective. I'm sorry, what are you saying?
見て見て、サトルよもぎさんたちがいるよ。おーいみんな。
Boots weren't the only thing that got wet in his presence. Yeah, you said it, not me. I wasn't thinking that or anything.
半分こ
今僕のこと探してた。何か聞きたいことが。
じゃあお言葉に。
Not even that much shorter. Look at that, he's barely like half a head shorter than you. And he's like 12.
なんで今まで黙って
No, I'm assuming he's like standing on a box or something right now.
とぼけん
Or
な。
perhaps Satoru is buried in the sand.
お前は避難小屋にいた同時に道がその前にお前はすぐということは避難小屋にいたをもちろんお前は変異現象のこともそうでなければ2011にもかかわらず俺にも心にも変異どうして
教えたじゃないか。サトルにだけは言ったはずだよ。14日にね。
14日だろ。お
I don't care. Just tell me.
じゃあ僕はただ
Oh,
過去っていうとにかく2011年に
歴史を
そのために最
but
後まで頑
you
張って
already changed history, so
ただそれだけのために僕はこの
also
1
that
年
isn't
間過ご
really
し
a
たんだ
lame answer. It's actually quite interesting, I think. Interesting to think about.
時空間転移のことを勉強したりいろんな今日この日が訪れることこの瞬間を
Alright, surely you're not going to tell me you built that
ましてそ
machine.
の僕が転移現象のことをちょっと
You must have had Enomoto or maybe more people's help on it, right?
お前が1年前
I
の
don't care, like, how gifted of a child you are, you can't do that on your own.
それにねそもそも僕が1年前の朝倉岳に戻らなそしたら2人は墜落直後僕が行かなければ
まず最初の発端は彼の人生まあ彼らはそのために盛んにも別艦跳躍したがその後の行動なぜ歴史をなぞる必要があったよもぎさんたちを避難小屋に導いた時点で
まそれは単なる始まなぜ歴史をなぞる必要があったその理由を一言で言うとそれが起きなければ政治
待ってくれもっと詳しく説明
まず2011年の1月
天候が回復したからだ
もちろん天気のこともあるけどある時まで政府の警察その場所が判明したのを僕らは避難会にもしもそれが繋がらなかったら当然そのことが報道されてここが僕らがかけた衛星電話ねわかる偶然起きた現象っていうのさそう
それで避難小屋の歴史を守ろう偶然を再現する17日の
そういうこと
でもどうして救助隊が到着するのか
その日のうちに18便
なぜ
教えてほしい
どういうこと
だけどその代わり
あくまで
だってここから先は17日の行動がなければ悟は日本にはいなかった
どういう
多分覚えてる悟は2011年1月18日かなりの長期間に滞在するチケット部屋で見つけなかった
だけどなんで俺はついてそもそも俺が日本にとどまっていなければ
正直すぎるまず悟が2012年に川崎島にいなければあとは自分で考えてる
あ
僕がどうやって
待て自分で考えても思い出せないからお前に聞いてるんだよ
とにかくこれ以上僕の口から
ふざけんなよ他にも質問したいことは山ほど
考えて
例えばテラバイトディスクに書かれていた内容がずっと気になってたのに聞きそびれ
知りたい
だからどういうこ
どうしようかな教えてあげてもいいんだけど
とだったら早く
悟
今はスフィアじゃない
じゃあ
1年前の赤倉多分あポケットに入れたままだとしたら
正解
Wait, is that other uni literally over there? Have the unis met each other? Are people not questioning why there are two of them?
それじゃあその後テラバイトディスクはどこに
それから今は
元の場所に戻った始まりの地点2012年あとは言わなくても
つまりあのディスクは2011年
歴史は繰り返されいつも変わって
今
もう一度言おう
いやいい歴史は変わらない
そうだ
さっきは歴史を変えないようにする
まあそうではなくてでも結果的には
まるっきり変わったじゃんまさかヨモギさんをはじめとして雪崩に巻き込まれて命を失った者は誰もいない過去が塗り替えられている
違うとも言えるし違う例えばあくまでも例えば最初から雪崩に巻き込まれて死んだ人なんて
There's something even cooler than the disc that's looping. What?
お前それはそもそも家庭が理不尽で
Mayuzumi's jacket? Mayuzumi's jacket? What happened with my Izumi's jacket? The red one?
雪崩は確かに起きたし、去
I
年の4月には
still
ちゃん
don't
とした発
remember.
見されてる。
Don't remember that jacket in particular.
新聞にもそう書いてあったじゃないか。
Kokoro and Mayazumi have a copy of it. Copy? Is Uni the one who gave it to her?
だけどその新聞が
え、
誰かが偽物の新聞
バカな。だって雑誌にもそれまで作り物だった。
可能性としては
ああ、うせうせ。
2012 Uni brought it with him to the cabin. Oh, I see.
彼女は過去のヨモの
Then she asks where did you get that from?
確かにそうだね。
In reality, he just brought it back again. I see.
だったら歴史
おいおい。
Damn, they didn't even need to include that, but they did anyway. Just so that it was like an extra thing to figure out. That's really cool.
結局どっちなんだ。お前は全て経験してきたから。お前の知ってる歴史の中には
Because he got it from the wreckage, but Kokoro was wearing one from the wreckage. Oh, I probably wouldn't have noticed that, to be honest.
3人のたたりがここまで死んでしまったのか。それとも前の歴史の中でどっちだ。
去年の1月僕が赤倉岳を経験した
Alright, that's great. I didn't want to hear it anyway. There's only one Uni. Oh, and there are people. Wait, sorry. I see. You need to detail that. Maizumi's cursed. Yeah, what the hell is this? But maybe my imagination, but it felt like she was intentionally avoiding someone else. I don't know. Seems pretty normal. Perhaps Kokoro, Sumi, Yamagi, the babies. Fun fact, there's an unused version of this VG that has the cabin in the back instead of walls of Sophia. Cabin in the back. Oh, really? Them. Wait, why would they include that? They should have known that it should be Sophia, right? Aw. Who knows? Maybe it was just a stupid mistake. Or perhaps there's some deep meaning to it. No, it was probably a mistake. Not as cute as you.
ああ、
本当に悟って
そうか。
なんでそんなに冷たくするそうかな
I'm not trying to be cold, it's just cold outside.
あ
どんなに頑張っても一人じゃできないからな。
Are you implying she's not going to find someone to have a baby with her? Dang. Jeez.
お前そんなことを
違うよ。
じゃあどうして
ちょっとね、
なんだ
おとりちゃんのことなんだけど。
ああそうかそういえばまだ心お前避難小屋の近くでゆ
あ、
実はな
どういうこと？
おそらくほとりもまた俺や心や第三の最終的には犬伏警
じゃあ、犬伏
1年前の赤倉岳にある雪にうずもれた死体の中に
なるほど。
おい心どこ行く
ほとりちゃんはどこ？
彼女ならほらあそこに。
かごめかごめかごの中の鳥はいついつでやる夜明けの晩につると亀がすべった後ろの正面だ
久しぶりだなリンなんでそんな目で見るん
Lynn
だ
was like the most unimportant character out of all of them, pretty much. She didn't need to be here at all.
あなた
I guess she kinda did because
誰？
of her relationship with Satoru, but even so.
あなたはサトルじゃない。私の知っている。
I'm not finished. Yeah, baby, that's what we've been waiting for. For a massive cliffhanger? Dang. But I've gotten all the pictures. Is there gonna be some more in etc.? There's there's only one more I'm missing. Oh, I'm missing a couple more here. What about the clear list? 85%? Oh, that's less than 100. 1233. Where's the ending I just got? Satoru chapter good end. Is there a better end than that? 85 is less than yeah, exactly. Alright. I'm gonna end the stream. Thing is, I know exactly what I should do next time I stream this game. I remember you said, our simulator, that there was like a specific route you should take, like the order of the decisions. So like, next thing you do is go back to day 7 choices, right? Actually, I think I asked you this before, like earlier this stream. Right, so that's what I'll do next time in that case. Well, for now, I'll just have to end it. I streamed for way longer than I planned to. I honestly thought the epilogue was just gonna be a short thing. If I had known it would be that long, I probably would have just ended the stream there. I was getting kind of hungry, but whatever. Finishing the story was more important, I guess. Alright, well, thanks everyone for watching. So I'll be back, probably. You can eat snow? Well, of course, but not on stream. See ya. Bye.